Hello, hello.
Oh, hi there. Welcome to the program.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
We are on the inside right now with a very very special lady. You go by Ma Dukes.
Yes.
This is Jay Dilla's mother. This is heavy, man. This is amazing. Your son inspired millions and millions of people. His work, his craft, his dedication,
Yes.
his creativity. When did you first notice that Dilla was a special boy?
Well, I knew he was a special baby when he could do perfect pitch harmony at a couple of months old.
Oh, wow.
It was something we laughed at. We never thought it'd be something that would take him to where he went.
Yeah,
But it was nice because we always were training somebody in the home
yeah,
to sing and audition for
Yeah.
different things.
right.
So it was just something natural for him. So we figured that's probably why he heard these things, but
Yeah, yeah.
who knew that he was going to use it for the rest of his life.
Oh, and after his death now, what we're looking 10 years,
Oh, yes.
probably feels like it was yesterday for you.
It does. At events, you can feel his presence with the music, and the people bring the energy, and it's like tremendous. And there is no place that I know of in this world that somebody's not always trying to get online, find more about Dilla, and talking about how he's
Right.
worked with him, changed just the most amazing things in their life. Sometimes people down and, don't think they have anything left, and they listen to Dilla and turn around.
It's amazing.
It's incredible.
His dedication to his craft
Yes.
and how special he was and unique his sound was.
Mm-hmm.
You hear a Dilla beat from the parking lot, you know what
Yes.
it is.
Exactly.
There's been a few copycats and people that are inspired by what he did, and that's how it kind of
Yes,
works.
I mean, it does
That's how
work
it
like
works.
that about anything.
Yeah, but when he was in that basement and he was making those beats,
Mm-hmm.
did you guys figured he was on to something?
Well, I knew he was good, but I already knew from my first husband being an entertainer that everyone that's gifted doesn't get the chance to prove it.
This is very real.
And that was my only fear, was that suppose he doesn't get to make that entrance, you know what I mean, and behind the right people,
Right.
you know.
It could be almost cancerous to have talent
It is.
and drive and not have the opportunity.
Well, the same with any profession. If you have a degree in something, you have a master's degree, say you're a mathematician, you have a master's degree and you can't get a job, that bites. And I've seen people on the street in Conan Gardens, more than one or two that I knew professionally had degrees and just end up being just homeless and, just didn't believe in the world and how the system works.
No, I've seen ambition turn to anger
Exactly.
very fast, and
Exactly.
no, it's a beautiful thing, amazing opportunity that he got. If people out there that are listening may not be familiar with Jay Dilla's work, we're talking about The Roots, Slum Village,
Yes.
The Far Side,
Yes.
Busta Rhymes,
Yes.
Common Sense, before he was
Yes.
Common,
Exactly.
the OG. I
Yes.
mean, his own projects. He's worked with so many of the pioneers, the people that have
Yes.
inspired the hip hop that we love today.
Exactly.
The Roots and Common are both booked on our big Soundset Festival out here.
Okay.
They've been around for 25 plus years,
Exactly.
and Dilla was part of that.
Oh, yes.
He had
yes.
some amazing production, but what I see though long term is his spirit, his energy, his connection with people transcends music.
It does. It's like kind of scary sometimes. Like,
Isn't it?
You can go into a room and I'm like, gee, I said, he's here. His presence. And
Yeah.
even with certain individuals that he worked with,
Mhm.
like Fife, when I'm around Fife, I feel his very presence.
How is the foundation, what you guys do with the Dilla days, the
Yes.
legacy? How is this helped you in the process?
It does help me because I live for it. I keep going. I'm healthy now because of the work, because I live hip hop.
Right.
So that's the key.
Of course.
Understanding what hip hop is.
Yeah.
And that's something that we need a lot of work with for a generation like mine.
Yeah.
You
It was different. It was something different. It probably wasn't digested initially the correct
no,
way.
because it was only supposed to have a 2-year span.
Isn't that crazy?
I remember when they said it.
Isn't that crazy?
It is.
35 years later.
Even then, I said, "Oh yeah, right," because I know music in my ear. It's all genres, and I knew it was great and powerful music that he was making downstairs. Even though I couldn't come downstairs while he was making
Of course,
it.
of course. Mom, stay upstairs.
Exactly.
You better not.
I had the whole house from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Oh, wow.
And 6 p.m. until 6 a.m.,
Yeah.
then he had the whole house.
How exactly did he pass?
He passed from lupus.
Yeah.
He had, actually, his heart just stopped functioning. He had been having a battle with his platelet count. He could get infusions daily at some point. And get him during the time he was having dialysis, he would be treated. Or he'd go from plasmapheresis to dialysis, because we would spend months and months in the hospital. People thought I worked at Cedars-Sinai because they see me every day.
Yeah.
At odd times of day and night.
Right.
But I refused to leave until my son left.
Right.
I wasn't going home.
Right.
That was home as long as he was there.
And he stayed making music.
Oh, yes.
During this process.
We had a studio up in the room. So whenever they transferred him to another floor because of something that went wrong, we may have to go to a different surgical floor.
Yes.
They'd have to get a room big enough for a cot for me and a refrigerator because they know I wasn't going home.
Yeah.
And Dilla's bed and room for the equipment.
Yeah.
So he had a really pretty cool doctor.
I can imagine.
Yes. Matter of fact, his doctor was a musician too.
There you go.
He
though.
really kind of got
a kindred spirit.
Yes,
Yeah.
Dr. Aaron Bick. He was something else, and he is something else.
Yeah.
And he had a special relationship with his patients.
Yeah.
He's an oncologist that took time to know his people.
Yeah. So it really seems like you guys really did whatever you could and to try to make this all right. And
Sure. We weren't aware that it was lupus until the last year.
Oh, wow.
He'd been fighting a constant battle for over 4 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I saw some footage of him towards the end on stage in a wheelchair performing. It always breaks my heart when I see that because I could tell how much he cared and how much it was important to him.
Exactly.
And that wasn't the Dilla that we knew.
No.
But to see him even towards the end had to be out there.
He insisted on doing that tour.
Yeah.
I thought maybe he would, 3 times he learned how to walk again.
Yeah.
3 times he learned how to write again and how to swallow. It's no joke when you're that sick and everything shuts down and they think you're going to live for a couple of hours. And they want to put him on a breathing machine, something really serious, not just the regular oxygen.
Right, all the way in, yeah.
All the way in, and this mask that he had to wear. And he said, no tubes. They said, well, we got to put tubes on him. What? He says, no. And he says, I'll be all right in the morning. Well, in the meantime, they're calling his attorney and saying, well, she's not listening. She's not listening to the doctors. But I listened to my son. I was not just his mother, but I worked for him.
Right.
So, and it was certain times that I might think something, but I knew better. I knew my place.
Right.
And when the man says he does not want something, don't push it. So we knew our boundaries.
Right.
And I respected him. And sure enough, within 3 hours, his breathing was from like less than 20% to 80-something%. So he was good to go. And he got out of the hospital. He did that tour.
It's amazing.
He said, I have to do it because I promised my fans.
Amazing. The legacy is tremendous.
It is.
And you are at the heart of it.
It's powerful.
I feel emotional talking to you.
Thank you.
It's powerful.
It is powerful because I was sick and it changed my life. Hip-hop turned me around.
Yeah.
And, of course, my husband taught me,
Yeah.
me how to eat right and to eat to live.
Yeah.
And just being embraced with hip-hop as a whole, it's great.
It's a wonderful thing, and it's a uniter of people.
It is.
Hip hop, I feel like it saved my life, and I always look at all the different races and creeds and colors and heights, and everybody's all together. There's no boundaries on this culture, and it unites people over a common vested interest of passion for this art.
Exactly, because it's universal.
It really is.
I mean, the people that know and sing the songs when you tour, they know every word. They don't speak a word of English.
Right.
It's like being thrown in the middle of something and you are home with it.
Yeah,
it's all a part of you.
It's amazing. Dilla Day today in the Twin Cities.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
We are so excited to have you.
Excited.
Anytime you come back here, anytime you come home to Minneapolis, I know you're a Midwest girl. You're welcome. You're welcome on this side. And we salute you and your son. If you could leave us with a final, I don't know, some words about Dilla. How do you want the world to remember your son?
I want the world to remember my son as a man that all of his life dedicated all of his energy to good music, timeless music, not just throwing something on wax, you know.
Yeah.
And I want them to remember his work ethic, because that was number one against anything. Even when he was at play, it was really an adjustment for what he had to bring forth for his new creation. It was all about the music.
Yeah.
All about the music.
Yeah. We are happy to have you. Man, powerful.
Thank
Ma Dukes is in here. Rest in peace, Jay Dilla. The legacy lives on. It is Dilla Day in the Twin Cities. Shout out to my
Yes,
brother
indeed.
Francisco. They are here today.
Yes.
And thank you for sharing.
Thank you for having me.
Amazing. Appreciate you.
One love.
Thank you.